You're listening to the Heart and Soul podcast with Kathryn Banco. I'm on a mission to celebrate breakthrough, empowerment, and shameless living in the lives of women everywhere. Join me and let's live unashamed together. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Heart and Soul. I took a little month hiatus, if you even noticed. I don't even think I have enough listeners to notice that, but I'm back, baby. Our last episode was with Hannah and Grant straight up month ago. Then the world got heavy, life got busy, and honestly, my mom left town, so I didn't have a babysitter. So I really couldn't plan a recording. But we're back. And today I am here with Taylor Thomas.
Hi. Hi, everyone. TBT.
The one and only, because obviously Taylor Swift released a new album and we have to talk about it.
We do.
Yeah, you got to talk about it.
I ran into Mac while she was here. She told you
yeah, she told me.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all talk? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hugged her. So what's up? Tell you hey.
Did it just feel so natural?
Yeah, it was great.
Like
it was
connecting with an old friend.
It really was. It was like light and fun and positive, and we like hugged.
Oh, cute. Mac's in Europe.
She's in Europe.
She's been there 3 weeks and she has another week left.
Well, we're not going to give any more of her location details for her safety.
Yeah, we're all here. People who listen to this, they're going to go after her.
Taylor Swift album. I wore a cowboy like me hat to show my true solidarity.
Well, I don't know that we're solid today, Taylor. So you can go ahead and lie, but we're going to talk about life of a showgirl, or as I like to call it, life of a soul girl.
Okay. Soul girl?
No reaction. Okay.
Soul girl?
Yeah.
You feel like she feels soulful?
No, soul fitness. Wow. Welcome to my business. You're in my home. Literally called the Heart and Soul podcast.
The Heart and Soul. Yeah.
Okay, so going into this, Taylor texted me on, not Taylor Swift, Taylor Thomas, texted me on, was that Friday?
Yes, on Friday. Release day.
And you were like, FYI, I don't like it.
I said, well, it's a morning. Well, it is a release day. And then we were coordinating this. We had been coordinating this podcast before
since August, since she announced the album.
Correct. And I was just like, hey, I'm so happy to get on there and like share my thoughts, my feelings. There's a lot of them, but I just want you to know that I'm not really much of a fan at this point in time.
Of her or of the album?
Of the album.
Okay.
She's still my girl.
Okay. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah. She's still my girl. I'm just like...
Well, let's start with that.
Why
don't you like the album?
my thing about the album and her at this moment in time is similar to the way I think people will hear me talk about politics and think that I don't like America, and that's not the case. It's like I love America, and I just think we can do better.
1,000% we can.
And that's what I think about Miss Swift right now. It's like, I love you dearly.
You can do better.
I think you can do so much better. And I think this was the first time I felt like she was really phoning it in.
Wow.
But I don't want to start on the negative. Let's start with the positive stuff.
I kind of do want to start negative so we can end happy.
Okay, great.
Why do you feel like it's phoned in? Or do you feel like it was just rushed, like done so fast?
It's giving rushed. It's also like she was very public about recording this while she was doing the tour. So I know she's exhausted. She's flying over to Sweden to record this, which is crazy. Is it that crazy? I don't know. Where's she flying from? And
she was doing like 3.5 hour shows, like 3 or 4 days a week, and then in between recording an album.
Yeah, the lady's a machine for sure.
Do you think she got it done like pretty quickly? Like she had it all written, and then her and Max were in Sweden.
I do think so. And I also think that there are some ideas here that would have fit more in the Reputation timeline. Like some ideas that she had on the album or that came to fruition on this album that I feel like these could have been like scrapped on the floor during Reputation.
Just pick back up.
Like, oh, I remember having this idea. Like, what if we tried this?
Which one do you think is that? Father Figure?
Man, I had such high hopes for Father Figure.
I have a feeling every song you're just gonna
let me pull up the track list.
Be negative Nancy about.
No, I really don't. I really don't want to be negative or downer. I just want to share.
No, I want you to be honest.
Yeah.
This is a safe space.
I feel like honestly, like Actually Romantic feels very Reputation to me.
Yeah, that does.
canceled if it wasn't the word canceled. But even then, I think we were on cancel culture then and Reputation.
It might have been right before cancel culture.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's just like a few things, and maybe that was like kind of the nod of all these Reputation Easter eggs that she did leading up to it, and even in the movie.
Did you go to it?
I did.
The theater?
The theater.
The music
the
video? You went to the theater?
You went to the theater. The 3:00 showing, the first one actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The music video was fun.
The music video is fun. She looks beautiful.
Stunning.
That red
She's
wig.
never looked better.
Yeah, true. I mean, these visuals, unreal.
Yeah.
Which is another reason for my disappointment. Like the rollout of this was so cool.
Yeah.
And like the pictures were stunning.
Yeah.
And like she looks amazing.
She's never looked better.
No, and these outfits that she was wearing were so cool. And just like the whole aesthetic of the life of a showgirl, I'm into it. Like the shards on the album, whatever. Didn't really love the album cover, but it's grown on me. I think there were some other images that were really strong that could have like captured all of this more. But that's the whole thing. She was pitching me this one thing, this like life of a showgirl thing, and I got something different. And I think that what I got from the album was like, I'm really happy I'm in love, which are great things. So happy for it. and I'm happy that you're going to get married. I'm happy that you want kids. None of those things offend me at all.
That's good.
But truly.
Happiness does not offend me.
True. Happiness, not my issue. Yeah. But I think it was just packaged in a way that was like, I just had like such a different idea going into it.
I think like the marketing for it, the buildup was, I think we were all expecting like Moulin Rouge, like Lady Marmalade vibes, very, but I think what we have to remember is it's the life of a showgirl. She's the showgirl, and it's her life.
That's what I'm trying to remember too, and I'm like, and ultimately, here are my big blanket statements. It's her art. It's her artistry. She has the freedom to do whatever she wants. She's not making music just for me. I get it, but also with all art, it's like she can make it however she wants, and I can receive it however it's like.
Yeah,
being received,
yeah, might not be your fave,
and it just feels very vapid, and like none of the words here, or not even just the lyricism. Like I get down with her other songs that don't really have much depth lyrically, but like they're fun, and I'm gonna ride until the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
And I think
except me.
Yeah, except for me.
Yeah, we don't do me.
That's a hard no.
Yeah. People, there's a lot of funny TikToks out there that are like, y'all are saying that this is like her worst lyric album. Did y'all hear me?
Yeah, I know. Bad.
Or even remember when Reputation was coming out and the first single was Look What You Made Me Do? Everyone hated it.
Well, and here's the other thing is, yeah, that's true. But the first time I heard it was like such a shock factor. And then I was like, oh, this is incredible. I want it in my veins.
Yeah.
But and she always does corny stuff. She's a corny girl.
She's corny.
Pop music's corny at heart. Like I get it. And she always has those corny lyrics. Like on Reputation, the first time you heard her say, I guess I'll just stumble on home to my cats alone. You're just like, oh, it's like that little like moment.
But now you love it.
And then you get into it.
Yeah.
And it's usually like a little moment within an album. And then I think on this one, I just got like so much of that.
It's a grower, not a shower.
That just took a turn. But yeah.
Or episode title.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's a grower, I'm hoping that it's a grower. Because I just like, I did the first listen at midnight. I was like, oh, wow, I need to sleep on this. And then,
that was your problem. We don't stay up till midnight at our age anymore.
I know.
Like, what are you doing?
I gotta stop. And I still haven't listened to it in headphones, which is different too.
It is different.
Okay. Tell me. Let me see.
Wait, before we get going, I want to show you. Hope I can find it. I'm going to try and play it on the mic. But there's a TikTok that I saw of this girl explaining how everyone's like how Taylor just can never win. Really?
Is it the one where she's holding up all the albums? And she's like, everyone knows, nobody likes this one because it doesn't sound like this one, but nobody likes this one. Yeah, but I just don't think it's true. It made me so mad.
You don't think it's true?
No.
Why not?
Well, I don't think it's true for my experience.
Well, 3.3 million people think it's true. I'll just tell you that.
Well, Rolling Stone thinks this is a perfect album, so
I think that she pays Rolling Stone.
Great.
I don't know if she pays them. I don't know if she
But
pays them, but I think they have like a partnership.
Yeah, what's his name? Who loves her so much? The guy who always reviews her, Ryan something. Yeah, he's a big fan of hers. All right. Here are my thoughts. I think that the visuals and the rollout of the album was so cool. And I think it promised this sound and this vibe, even though it is called The Life of a Showgirl. But even if it's the life of a showgirl, while we're in our images, like you doing something not showgirly and all the costumes are hung up in the back. Like, why are you
that's a good
still,
idea.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, why are you
Yeah.
still in the costumes if it's not like that thing? And here's my, all right, I want you to imagine with me.
Okay, I'm in.
The first time you listen to it, you hit play.
Mhm.
And you can hear like the din of like a nightclub, like people chattering, some glasses clinking, just like that background noise. And then you hear like big band kind of music, like big trumpets, a big like drum roll or something. And then it's like all the cymbals crashing, and then like the curtains rise, and it's her first number. And it's almost like in the same vein as I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Maybe, you know what I mean? Or just like a really slow, like cabaret, like snappy thing where she's just like getting the audience started, and it's still talking about the life of a showgirl. She's singing about like, you know, this is where I am, this is what I've always wanted, here I am on the stage, you're all looking at me, spotlights on me, blah 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 blah. And then as that song concludes, you hear applause. You can hear her little heels like on the stage clicking between.
You've really thought this through.
I've really thought this through. You can hear it like clicking between different songs while you're imagining like she's getting set up for the next number. And then there will be moments where she's like truly backstage in the dressing room, and she's thinking like, you know, here I am just like switching into another costume. All I want to be doing is this. I just want you, you know, like that kind of thing. And so I feel like we could have gotten a lot.
You're right.
With this theme that
I can receive that criticism,
which wasn't given to me. Like when I hear it, like even just sonically to me, it's like a lot of acoustic guitar, and even the Life of a Showgirl, the title track, is like a stomp and clap sound. It's like, I don't know, it sounds recycled, it sounds phoned into me. It's not producing what I thought she was going to be giving me.
I will agree with you on the production side when she like hyped up working with Max Martin and Shellback again. Yeah. Everyone was hoping for Reputation, which the sonic, like Reputation sonically is just so powerful.
So loud. I love it.
It's so like the
timeless.
things that they thought about to put into those songs, regular humans would never think about. Like even the door slams or the like all that crap.
Yeah, exactly.
I was expecting more like oomph in the production side, but I have fun listening to it.
Yeah, no, truly. It's like if it had been packaged to me in a completely different way.
Right. You don't like the branding.
I don't like that it promised us one thing and then didn't give me that thing. And I feel like she's usually so on the nose with like the vibe that she's giving with the rollout of the album. Like Tortured Poets, what that rollout was exactly what we got, and I love it. I think it's a great album. And with Reputation, even, it sounds like what we were promised. Red, it's like this, it sounds like what's given to you. You know what I mean? And this is the first miss for me in that way for her.
That's fair.
With the production note, like Max Martin, I saw that quote that he did for New York Times Magazine, I think, where he's talking about being back in the studio with Shellback and her, and he says, you know, this time getting all of us together, it felt like we were all equally contributing, which is a cool experience, but again, makes me a little like kind of a bummer. Like you all were equally pulling on this, and it still just feels kind of flat to me. However, they are very fun songs. People on the internet are really liking it. So I think that like, I mean,
there's
a lot of people
not
aren't.
one song except maybe what's the slow one? Eldest Daughter, where I'm not like kind of feeling the beat.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like dancing in the background.
Right. Yeah.
All the TikToks that are killing me are people putting people dancing like in other situations. Like there's like the Friends cast. Two songs that she's released. Like just imagine them dancing to this song, and it like always goes in perfectly because they're just dance songs.
They're just dancing.
Yeah.
They're just having a good time.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy. And I think that like, I think that we've got a lot of songs here that that will be heard in public dance spaces for a long time.
Speaking of grower, not shower.
Okay.
I had to call back. No, but I think we talked about this last time when we were, I don't know, maybe one of the Vault episodes.
Oh,
we
yeah,
did.
yeah. Like 1989 Vaults or something.
But with Lover, we talked about how that album it fell in the time it was released kind of like a miss to me.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
And then now I listen to Lover and I'm like,
it's kind of fire.
It's pretty fun.
Lover was like definitely my least favorite album.
But it kind of grows on you.
Mm-hmm, yes. The grower, not shower.
Mm-hmm. Like Cruel Summer then came out like what? 3 to 5 years later as a single. Right. Because like people had to just like wait on it.
Yeah. They weren't but that rollout was so bad. But
horrible. That was her worst rollout.
She wasn't happy
when she was pink hair in it and putting hearts around her eyes.
She got touched.
And then she went on Good Morning America and
tell me one person who profited from COVID, it's her.
She really did.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, her being sad, like I will say, as sad as I was at her and Joe all when like that she was heartbroken, like that relationship was so necessary for her to release some of those sad songs.
Yeah. If COVID never happened, we would have had Loverfest.
Yeah.
We still don't know what that was going to be. And
I don't think it was going to be good because it was only 2 shows. Remember, it was like an East Coast and a West Coast.
It changed her whole career.
It really did.
Like the Lover era being interrupted like that, I think changed her entire career.
Yeah, she needed it. Well, are there any songs on the album that you like?
All right, here's my controversial opinion. I think that the one that I have the least notes on for some reason is actually Romantic. I think it just like it's already like a radio song. I don't really like here's another issue with the album. I don't like the idea that she's now at the peak of her career, the most powerful woman in music, most powerful person in music probably. And we're talking about we're even like slightly entertaining the possibility that this is about another artist. It's like, which is fine. I mean, the rumor is that it's about Charlie XCX, and Charlie,
which, by the way, her entire career, my entire time of knowing her, I've been calling her Charlie XCI. This morning,
that sounds like a Xerox printer.
I know. I don't know what I was thinking. And I even went to the Reputation tour where she opened, and like still Charlie XCI. Like it's like when my mom calls Chipotle. Yeah, it's like I never stopped. But this morning I was training someone, and she was like, "Did you say XCI?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
She was like, "It's XCX," and I was like, I had no idea.
Every time I read it, it's XCI.
I literally don't even see it. It's like I'm dyslexic.
Literally, her name is Charlie XCI.
Yeah. Anyways,
but even with like that, which maybe it is about her, I'm sure that obviously she never says it, but it's about somebody, any of her songs, so we'll never get confirmation. But I just don't feel like she needs to entertain it.
Yeah.
And again, it's her music; she can do whatever she wants. But for me, it's like hearing her do this kind of thing. Also, the canceled song like just feels like, are we really talking about like? Also, that song just sounds to me like a Disney villain song, like she wrote it to be in a cartoon or something. And it just feels beneath her. You know, I would believe it more that you don't care about these things if you just didn't talk about them anymore.
That's true.
You know,
but then she did talk about it all of Reputation, and that we loved.
Well, I loved
Reputation.
That was the moment.
So we loved Bitter
she
Taylor.
Had to. Yes.
Then, but now we want.
But that's also where she was the one canceled. Everyone was turning on her. The world hated her, and she was like, you know what? I'm tired of like trying to be good and like whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's like literally no one can touch you. You're so powerful. I don't think anyone's like really even has the opportunity to walk on you or take advantage of you anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
She's bigger than this.
Anyway, Actually Romantic, I think is a fun little song. And I like, there's something about Honey until the end.
Love Honey.
I know. There's like a part at the end where I'm just like, yeah, I would have like done this differently, but overall, like, I like these songs.
Yeah. Do you think that speaking of canceled, means that her and Blake are still friends? That's what people are throwing out there.
Is that the one where she says, did you girl boss too close to the sun?
Yeah, which is what Candace Owens said about Blake Lively.
Yeah, and I just learned that yesterday, and I said that Taylor's team needs to be putting that on the front of everything. Because like when you hear that lyric, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But now knowing that it's
sense.
like a pull quote from an article, it's like.
Yeah, and then also she says like, I like my covered in Gucci and scandal, and like Blake Lively is Gucci girl.
Gucci girl. So is Tay.
So is Tay now. Especially her since Travis.
Yeah. I think it could be. I don't know.
But I just don't think they're friends.
I don't either.
I just feel like maybe they're cordial, but I just feel like Taylor's like, listen, you dragged me into something that I was never a part of.
Because she was threatening
for
to
no
like
reason.
get those texts, right?
Yeah,
like
she
Taylor's
was like,
text?
she used Taylor for clout in a court case. So which is like, it's not even cool clout. It's clout to win a litigation. And Taylor's probably just like, we can be fine, but like, we're not going to be as close as we were if this is how you're going to like treat our personal messages or things that I approve of when you write a movie or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that makes sense. And I wouldn't be surprised either way, honestly. It's like they could still be friends and she'd be like, oh, it's fine.
The only thing I keep going back to, though, is that Travis Kelce did unfollow Ryan Reynolds.
A loyal king.
He is a loyal king. I love them together.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're so cute.
Especially after their interview. I love them together.
So that leads me to another point.
Okay.
The happiness, the being married, being in love, I love.
I'm really not buying that, Taylor. This is the second time you brought this up.
I do. I'm just making sure that it's very clear.
Okay,
I'm so happy. Love. I love love. I'm so happy that she has this man that she like feels really happy for and is obviously like
smitten.
She is smitten. Mm-hmm. And we've all heard would. So
she's got a lot to be smitten about.
According to her, she does a lot to be smitten about.
That is a shower.
And maybe it felt frustrating to me to hear her on this album like kind of discredit all of her goodness. It felt like even with the fate of Ophelia, I mean, I know this is like a thing that happens in her songs before, but I think it feels different to me. It's weighted differently because she now is engaged to this man, where before it was like an idea of like, oh, I could drown in melancholy until you come and save me. Like it was more of an idea. And now that she's got this man and you're singing this way, it feels like, wait, but I thought you were doing this whole thing for so many years of like, people don't care about me because I'm a woman. People would listen, like only the men in the room get to talk. And now you've got this man and now everything's great and wonderful. It felt like it was like a little, it felt like it was, like selling herself short after she's at truly the height of her career.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? And yeah, it was just odd. It was just very surprising to hear that from her.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm hearing it differently.
Well, I think that's the thing is we want Taylor to be past Taylor's.
True.
A little bit.
Maybe, yeah.
Because like there is something about finding the safety of the person that's your person where you're like,
yeah,
you kind of do feel a little more free. Like I don't have to be so like
hard
and I don't know, like stick it to the manny. Like,
and maybe this is her. Maybe this is like what I'm trying to remind myself is like maybe this new sound and like the stuff that she's singing about and like the way that she's doing it. Maybe this is just what she always wanted to do.
And or maybe it's also a little bit of like, even they kind of mentioned this in the interview they did on his podcast of like, she's brilliant. Obviously, the way she speaks is just how do you form? I mean, it's kind of how you speak, like English teachery. You know,
that's right.
You're brilliant too.
I was an actual English teacher.
Yeah, he was back when we were together. So,
hey.
I mean, I didn't love him for his money, people.
That's true. That's true.
But it seems like she released this album a little bit, and I think you're making me negative, so I will go back to positivity, but it seems like she released this album a little bit to appease him. In the sense of like Tortured Poets was so over his head, like let's be honest.
I love Tortured Poets. I have a friend who mentioned like we were talking about the rollout and what was delivered, and she said if this album had been named 87, I wouldn't be shocked by any of this.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's very like, yeah, it's like catered to him, which I don't think he forced or she felt pressure on. In fact, like I was so moved during their interview where every time she would use a big word, he was like he was getting hot. He loves it. He loves how smart she is. And it doesn't intimidate him.
No. Yeah.
To make him feel stupid.
No, we've talked about them together before on this podcast, I believe, and like so excited for them. And the fact that he's like successful in his own way. I agree. I don't think that he had any kind of influence directly onto what she's writing.
Subconsciously though.
Sure. Yeah. And but I think that she just is just feeling away, and like she's writing about it, and she's expressing it that way.
Okay. Can I talk now? Just kidding.
Yeah, be positive. Make me positive.
All right, here's where the episode turns around. No, I think it's fun. I don't think it's my favorite album, but that I was texting with Melody actually on Saturday, and I was like, it is an album though that I can listen all the way through without wanting to skip a song.
Okay. Yeah, and it's so short too.
Because it's like fun and short, and like I don't feel the need to get to the next one. Where with Tortured Poets, as much I love Tortured Poets.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's phenomenal.
Talk about lyrical genius. And I think that's what people are shocked about, is her going from that to this. But there are some songs on Tortured Poets where I'm like, I'm gonna skip this one.
For sure.
Because there's like a bajillion songs.
Sure. There are skips. There are skips on every album for me. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
There
are. Yeah. Yeah.
But even her skips are still good.
It's true. It's true.
For the most part.
It's true. So I like that about this album. It's fun. It feels fun and flirty. It feels like she didn't think too much on it, which I know you hate, but I kind of like that for her. Like, she's just like, you know what? I'm at the top of my game. I can do whatever I want. If I want to put out a fun album, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
And
it's not pro-business woman like she's always been.
No, it's very pro-business woman.
You think?
And she's making me mad. I am sick of her doing all these variants of the vinyls, the variants of the CDs. I'm like,
oh, that part is annoying.
And getting my ass to the movie theater.
Listen, you bought the ticket. Nobody forced you.
No, I know. And then when I get there, it's like, here's the video and like, here's the lyric videos, all of which are going to be on YouTube on Sunday.
Which you knew that, right? You had to have known.
I didn't know that's what it was going to be. I mean, I knew it was like behind the scenes for the making of the video, but.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway. You be positive.
The way you couldn't get me to a movie theater this weekend, and I was just gonna wait till last night to watch the music video.
Yeah, it was weird.
I will say I like that. I like that of the album. If we're looking for like the deepest of Taylor's, it's not.
It's not it.
It's not it. And I think that's okay. I think she can do whatever she wants, and she's just doing whatever she wants. And I like that with the press. She has kind of said that, like, it's not that deep, y'all. Like, and she basically, or when the guy asked him on one of the British radio shows she was on, asked her, are you going to tour again? She's like, no, I'm so tired. Like, and I don't need to.
Yeah, good for her.
Part of me thinks that she should have ridden the wave of Eras Tour and TTBD for a little bit longer and then surprised us years later with another album where we kind of missed her a little bit. I think it was almost like too jam-packed. Now, I'll never complain about more Taylor music. So
unless it was really done in a way of like, all right, this is my cap to this portion of my life. Like the showgirl in me is changing. And I wish I felt that more from the album. And then I'd be like, all right, the timing of this is great. You know, it's like right after the Eras Tour. I'm so tired, but I did feel all these things and I want to share them. And now it's very clearly like putting a cap on that kind of thing that we know Taylor Swift to be.
I could see that. Listen.
I agree with you though.
We kind of agree with each other.
We do.
But I have a lot of fun listening to this album.
I love it. I love that you do. My question for you is going to be, all right, now that this is part of her discography, so now she has 12 albums.
Yeah.
If you had somebody, an alien comes to Earth, I was going to say there's nobody on Earth who doesn't know who she is, but somebody...
Got to be an alien.
It's got to be an alien. And you're like, okay, let me introduce you to her. Where would this album fit in like the order of which you... Not the ranking, but like you're exposing this person to who Taylor Swift is and you're doing it like album at a time?
I think I'd start with 1989.
Okay. And then where would you go?
Now I'm just doing album ranking.
Okay. So 1989 is like number one still?
I mean, Red's my favorite album just because of where I was in my life at that point. Yeah. I've gone into it before.
It was very pivotal.
It just was so pivotal in my life. But 1989 to me is the best pop album ever written.
Yeah, it's so good.
And then I love Reputation. But I also am a fangirl of Folklore, Evermore, and TTPD.
Yeah,
like, I love the sad stuff.
Same.
And I can listen to it on repeat over and over and over again. In fact, I'll probably listen to it in between all the Rep and Life of a Showgirl. I forgot the question, but I don't know.
All right, so
what would you say to this alien?
I would say, right, we're going to start off with...
maybe Eras Tour. Just watch the Eras Tour, bro.
True. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'd probably start with Fearless. I'd be like, all right, this is Fearless.
Love Fearless.
Like, let's start off here. Like, this is who we all knew her as.
That's what we thought she was.
And then the alien would be like, oh, this is cute. She sounds great. Like, a great lyricism. He'd be like, I know. And she was 19. He's like, whoa, I don't know what that means. And, anyway, and then we'd just go from there. But I think that it could fit in when you're showing range.
I find it a little
really
shocking that, and I know this about you, you love Fearless. You love
Fearless
that album.
is great.
That you think that this one is worse than that one.
I think this is
from a like cheesy lyrical standpoint, but 100%. Maybe that's what you expected of her then because she was a teenage girl,
and it fits the aesthetic of the album, and it
totally.
Fits the
I get it now.
Career.
I get it.
You know what I mean? That's my thing. Is like if this had come out right after 1989, story, I wouldn't be second guessing any of this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it's the fact that it's coming out now, and it feels. It feels reductive to her own self in a way.
Her own talent.
It all feels I don't really know how to
rushed and not thought through.
I was thinking about this podcast today when I was pressure washing my patio yesterday. I was like,
as one does.
I was thinking about like the album, and I was just thinking of some ways that she even could have changed lyrics to make them fit this idea that I had. I know this is all coming through my frame of mind, but it could have changed the entire story. Like with The Life of a Showgirl, if it had been more of this woman who's made it and succeeded telling this girl directly, like, I know that you think that you want this. I know this is what she was getting at, but I think that she could have like changed some words just slightly to tell that story a little clearer and in a more compelling way. I think that could have been great. I also think like for Elizabeth Taylor, that song, I would have loved for her to be like as a showgirl, kind of invoking the spirit of Elizabeth Taylor, like, talking to her as if she's a presence in front of her. Like Elizabeth Taylor, like, you've done this before. You've been in the position where I am. Like, you're so famous, and you've dated all these men, been married to all these men, whatever.
7.
And I need you, and I need you to tell me, like, do you think this one's forever?
Oh, that's a good idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
I like that.
Or even if it's not the relationship, if it's the career, if it's something, and like have this kind of connection to this proven showgirl and getting advice that way or something. I think there are just ways that I don't even remember what the first line of question was, but I think there are ways that this could have been tweaked to really
I agree with that.
Sell the whole package.
You're kind of changing my mind.
I know, I'm sorry.
And I won't let you make me.
You can still listen. Here's the other thing. You can still enjoy the song. My argument is more about the album as a whole.
Yeah.
The album as a whole and the packaging of the album are two different things. And I think that the lyricism that she did have in the songs don't need to be tortured poets. I'm not asking for that.
Yeah.
When she told us it was a pop album, I knew I wasn't going to torture poets. I'm ready for like the 90-degree turn, right? Like the deep sad, now we're going to dance around and be hype. Cool with it. I love it. But
the storytelling isn't as much there.
Yeah.
And she's a storyteller.
And even, I mean, for me, the songs sound fun, but they all seem, it's like Wood sounding like that Michael Jackson or that Jackson 5 song. It's that song to me sounds like a Bruno Mars wedding reception song. You know what I mean? And so when I'm just like in my car and I'm just like, this is Cornisha.
Yeah, it's Cornisha. Okay, do you think, speaking of Jackson 5 and like people are saying Jonas Brothers for Life of a Showgirl, and then there was one more, Teenage Dirtbag, right?
Yeah.
Did she give them credit? Because there's like stuff on TikTok where it says they have credits in the lyrics.
Oh, really?
But then people are fighting back on that, saying anyone can add anything to lyric.com or I don't know, Genius.
Oh, yeah. Those are probably, well, I don't know how Genius works, but like, I would imagine it's the same kind of thing as Wikipedia where anybody can change the page.
I just kind of feel like Taylor, who like always crosses her T's and dots her I's, would have given them credit, but I guess I don't know, so I can't answer that.
Well, and you would also think that because she was so public about the
Olivia Rodrigo,
George Michael thing too.
George Michael, yes.
That whole public thing of like, we're so grateful that like George Michael's estate like gave us the blessing for father figure. And they said that, as soon as they heard it, they would, he would want this too. And so if she's doing that for George Michael, you would think that she would have done it for these others. You know what I mean?
Right. Which makes me think that maybe it was done so quickly and so rushed that she didn't even think that, what does this sound like?
I know.
Because, that's her and Olivia Rodrigo's story. Why they fell out is she stole.
Well, actually, Romantic does sound very Olivia.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Even if we're not thinking about it as just Charlie, but if it's Charlie and Olivia.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or
I think it's like, for her, it's never just about one person. It's always
agreed.
like,
it's like the big feeling.
it's a theme.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the songs that I love.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, because we're gonna get happy. I love Honey.
It's so cute.
It's so cute.
And it sounds great.
I love Wishlist.
Yeah.
All these are cheesy, I get. But I'm a cheesy person. I love Opalite.
Opalite's fun. It's dancey.
Fun.
People love it. Yeah, the internet's loving Opalite too.
I like Ruin the Friendship a lot. As far as storytelling goes, that's probably her best like storytelling song on the album. But man, did you kind of take a pause when she said, Abigail called me with the bad news?
I know. Well, I can't listen to Forever Winter, which is about the same guy without if that song shuffles on, you're like, whoo, I got chills.
Yeah.
Welling up. It's sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was good.
But the message of it, that was that to me was how Taylor writes, is you're kind of confused on what the message is, or the point of the song is. And then you have to listen to it a couple of times and you're like, oh, this is the message.
Yeah. It's
the message is take a chance. Don't waste a day.
It's always worth ruining the friendship.
Yes.
Because then you're
not promised tomorrow.
No, I think that one's great. In the movie, I don't know if it's been, I'm sure it's all out on the internet now, but she does that little intro before the actual lyric video. And she says, I think she said this is her favorite one, or maybe Wishlist is her favorite.
I think Wishlist was her favorite.
But she talks about ruin the friendship, and she's like, this to me feels like I'm floating through the clouds. I love this song.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
Yeah.
Unless I'm misremembering.
Now track 5, Eldest Daughter.
Eldest Daughter. Hit me with it.
Okay. I have probably bouncy thoughts on this. Track 5, we have a lot of expectations for track 5.
Yes.
And that is high expectations are kind of the ruiner of all relationships.
Isn't that the truth?
Let me tell you what, when Michael and I were in premarital counseling, I remember they said that. Drop all your expectations of what you think a partner should be. And whatever. So I think for track 5, I personally have a lot of high expectations because it's always special to Taylor in some way.
Yes.
Now, upon initially listening to that song, I was like, this is cheesy.
'Cause I'm not a puppet.
Now, I get the point now after TikToking. But it's basically her saying, I've always been terminally unique. And then I try to be cool and it's not cool enough. It's always just less than for y'all. I'm too chuggy. I'm too cheesy. So I think the point of her adding in those very cliche, or not millennial, Gen Z words is to be a little sarcastic in the slowness.
Sure.
It doesn't mean I love it.
I know.
But I get it.
Yeah, no, it's I totally get what
I get it.
I get what she's trying to do. For me, it just it just doesn't feel it doesn't feel, none of this album really felt genuine to me. And I don't know how to I don't know. If this is the first time I feel like she is on autopilot, and she's just this is what I do. These are the songs that I write, and this, and I'm going to use these current terms because it's what I do. It's with in Evermore or Folklore, where the Lakes was that in Folklore, whichever one it was, and she's if there's something and that there's no one around to tweet it, the first time you hear it, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
But she does that kind of shit.
Yeah, she does. We've already said bitch. Yeah. I'll just label it explicit. I mean, we were talking about growers and showers.
That's true.
From the beginning. Yeah, she is cheesy, though.
Yeah, she is. And that's the thing we love about her.
We love that she's just so relatable in that sense.
But the bad bee and the savage just doesn't land for me.
Now, let me tell you what about Eldest Daughter. That second verse when she talks about being on the trampoline of her best friends. Like, I don't expect you to remember every story of my life, but did it make you think of me at all?
Yeah.
No, it didn't. When I was in middle school, I went to my friend's house. I was not allowed to jump on trampolines without nets.
Yes.
But my friend had one. And she was in the neighborhood. I'm jumping. My dad told me that morning, if you jump on a trampoline without a net, you're going to break your arm. It's like he jinxed me.
Mm-hmm.
It happened that night.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt personally seen in that moment. I'm like, yeah, I
You're
did
like, no,
that.
this is about me.
Those are those like meta moments where I'm like, does she know who I am?
Right?
You know?
Is she trolling you?
Is she trolling me?
Yeah.
Is she a stan? Does she listen to this podcast?
If you are.
Have you been sad the last month with no episodes?
I want you to know that I love you deeply, and I would love to be a consultant. You don't even have to pay me.
Yeah, you just put my name in your album, and I'm good. Let's see what other ones I love. Let me look.
What did you think about Father Figure? I did see a theory that like
it's about Scott Borchetta or
it like
Bruschetta?
Starts off.
What's his name?
Borchetta. Is it Borchetta? Yeah, Scott Borchetta.
Charlie XCI and Scott Borchetta. I'm really nailing it today.
Yeah, how it's like him talking to her, and then her talking to him.
Which I think, if that's the case, like that's kind of how Taylor writes.
I do too,
and I think that's a good written song, well written song, not good written.
Good written.
That good it written.
She's in that Travis Kelce class.
I know. What's fun? It's raunchy.
Fun. Mm-hmm. It's very much wedding reception.
I wish that it almost. Like, sure, everyone loves a little raunch. And it's like, we're kind of in the age of Sabrina Carpenter where, like, to be,
I know,
over-sexual is, like, cool now, where I kind of think some things are still a little bit sacred. Sure. Do I want to know that Travis Kelce is...
Big redwood tree?
Redwood tree?
I didn't hard to see?
Like, I didn't know the redwood tree. I didn't need to know the redwood
We didn't need it.
No. But like, the knock on wood, like, the concept of that song with a bunch of superstitions is cool.
The black cat laughed. I stepped on a crack.
Stepped on a crack. Knock on wood. I ain't gonna knock on wood.
And that's very her.
That's very her. And I will bop my head off to that song. Mm-hmm. But I get a little weird at that part
because it's different than it was on Dress. Like the sexuality is completely different.
Dress was.
It's like, why can't we be sexy that way?
But it's like still romantic.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's my whole thing, is like the whole album feels like she's cheapened her brand. And for what?
I can't say it.
Oh, no, you don't have to.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you don't have to. You do not have to agree. You don't even have to comment on it. But that's the feeling that I have when I hear the album as a whole.
Which we expect that kind of writing from a Sabrina Carpenter, who...
And Sabrina's doing it really well, though.
She's doing it really well.
Even though
let Sabrina. Like, let Brina.
Man's best friend... It gets exhausting to me, all the innuendo, but like it's still doing the thing. She's still doing that thing that everybody's praising her for.
Yeah.
And it works for her.
Does it kind of make you feel like that maybe going to Sabrina, like she's actually really insecure?
I think that I think Sabrina's team found something that works.
Yeah.
And she is such a good actor.
Yeah.
And she is made for this kind of industry. Like she's been around forever.
She really has.
Yeah.
I had no idea she was a Disney girl.
Oh yeah. Like the first time I remember, I was driving down the road. This is probably like 15. You'll have to fact check me. Okay. 16, 17, doesn't matter. I'm driving, Spotify's like shuffling on music, and then Sue Me comes on, and I'm like, this song is incredible. Who is this? Sabrina Carpenter. Never heard of her before.
Never heard of her. She was kind of like so under the radar for so long. She had to find a niche.
My best friend Drew, who was doing a lot of babysitting in her life, she was like, oh, she's a Disney girl. Like, she's actually really great. And that was maybe on her second or third album. And then it was years later, she gets this espresso moment.
Well, and she got a lot of hype from Olivia Rodrigo calling her out in Driver's License.
Oh, right.
That's what it's about. That's kind of when her name became like a household name, where we're like, who's Olivia feuding with? It was Sabrina.
Oh, this love's for profit, right? Step into my office.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel like Taylor's trying to sound a little bit
too
Sabrina with Wood.
I agree.
But like, whatever. She's having fun, whatever.
But whatever. She's having fun.
And she is at the point, like you said, where she can do whatever she wants to.
She can. She has full license to do so.
I love Wishlist.
Yeah. when I'll tell you, if I had a drink in my mouth, I would have spit it when I heard her say the driver with the basketball hoop. But again,
I heard someone say like, Taylor, you don't need just a driveway with a basketball hoop. You're Taylor Swift. You can have a whole like full court press back there.
Yeah.
Like stop acting like basketball hoop is like you've made it.
My friend and I were laughing about like, no, the money that I've given you, I've paid for that basketball court.
Literally. The bleachers, all of it.
Like, put my name in that.
Yeah, the jerseys. You can have a whole team from how much I've bought from you. But I love the concept of that song. Like,
yeah, no, it's so cute.
Kiss,
sonically, it sounds so fun.
Yeah.
I just want you.
Yeah, it's
Love
fun.
It sounds like Glitch. I think there's been a glitch.
Oh, yeah. I didn't put that together till now. I like Life of a Showgirl. I know that you think it could have been more. And I kind of agree now that you've said that. Like, it totally could have been more. But I find myself constantly singing.
It's sweet.
Thank you for the lovely bouquet.
I mean, that's the thing that she's going to do. I've listened to this album all the way through 2.5 times, which if that says anything to you, it's been out for 4 days.
That's not enough
for
you.
I know. It's crazy, but I'm still singing parts in my head.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a thing that she does.
I will say this is an album where, like, it's stuck in your head. Like, last night, Coco woke freaking baby. She woke up she was up from 10:15. She's so cute till 11:45, just screaming. Kept going in there, checking on her. She doesn't have a fever. She's not sick. She's just screaming. And this is my good sleeper. Like, she sleeps great. I was pissed.
Okay.
And the reason I was pissed is because I could never fall back asleep because I kept having these songs in my head popping up. So I'm like laying there singing like, and I'm like, go to bed, go back to bed, fall back asleep. But that's what this album is. It's just like it gets stuck in your head. And you're like, I'm not even sure which song I'm singing.
It is
because they all kind of sound.
It's making its place in there.
Yeah.
It's sticking in there
big
time.
And I don't think she wrote this album clearly to do a tour and to have like an Eras tour moment. If I'm guessing, I think that for her, she's going to do exactly what she did with Eras tour, release a bunch of albums, and then years later do a big tour. Like, I think she should take a break. And the girl wants to be a wife and a mom, according to Wishlist.
No, of course. And I think this is what we were all gearing up for anyway. You know, it's like you're coming off of the biggest tour. You found this man. You guys are engaged. You obviously want children. It's like, I think we're all planning for that, right? It's like, yeah, okay, take some years off because your next album is going to be your 13th. And I know that's going to be a big deal.
That has to be big.
And so it's going to be like, we might not hear from her. I mean, we're obviously going to hear from her, but we might not get new music from her in the way that we're conditioned to for 5-10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't say 10.
It could be though.
It could be.
Like, she could be doing like a Rihanna moment.
Michael in the car this weekend, he was like, I mean, if she wants kids, she should probably start trying. Isn't she your age? I was like, damn. But it's true. But then I was like, she's Taylor Swift. That girl froze her eggs at their prime.
Oh yeah.
Like, her eggs are sitting on golden ice somewhere. She's fine.
All right, I want to come back to my idea of like, if it had sounded the way that I was picturing it, right? With the nightclub, you're hearing her little feet on the stage. And then imagine when you get to the movie theater, she's done an entire visual album. And it's following her around, like going on stage, backstage. You're seeing her like talk to herself in the mirror.
Like Beyonce Lemonade.
Like Beyonce Lemonade. Or, I mean, Miley just did it this summer. Like, she released Something Beautiful and she had an entire visual experience for every song, or every song but two. And it was in theaters. And it's like, and hers was like 80% there too. Like, it could have been better. But like, Taylor, you have all of the money, all of the resources,
and all the skills. Like, she's a director.
You love directing. You love writing. You love, and you always say, whenever I'm writing songs, I think about how they would be performed or like visualized, right? So it's like, give me that.
Yeah.
Do this whole Showgirl thing. You could have you could have done something about a curtain call. You could have done something about an encore, about a grand finale, about being an understudy, about being in the chorus line, like feeling you're just anybody else and not the star of the show. You know what I mean? There's so many things that you could have like extrapolated. Sorry, Travis. It means like pull out. Yeah.
Travi, we know you're listening.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
But you could have like taken anything from this Showgirl motif, and then that would have been like a huge moment.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That would have been.
I hate it, but you're right.
That would have been a big like cultural moment where everyone's like, "Holy holy crap, that was cool. I can't believe I was not expecting this from her. She just did this whole tour. Now we got this whole visual.
And and I think the reason that, well, there's probably way more reasons, but I think that she didn't do that because this was very rushed.
Yeah.
It felt very much like, oh, I made music.
Yep.
I released. Now, I'm not saying I agree with that.
No, yeah. I know what you mean.
But even the way that she said she recorded this album, like they were just in Sweden on tour.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that they recorded it fast. Like there wasn't a lot of like fine tuning.
Yeah.
Which maybe is why it's just like catchy and dancey and fun.
I agree.
But I think that what you're saying with having a visual representation of every single song would be iconic.
Wouldn't it be so cool?
It would be
because it's like one of her shorter albums too. 12 songs.
12 songs. She could totally do it.
And she loves making videos. The other thing I was going to say was being back with them. It almost makes you wonder if she was kind of anticipating that the reception wouldn't be like over the moon, like positive, similar to how Reputation went.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because in the documentary, remember, she didn't get any Grammy nominations.
No nominations. She's like, I just need to make a better album. And we're like, no, you don't. That was incredible.
Yeah. Oh, that was such a sad moment.
I know. But you know what I mean? It's like maybe she was also thinking this is kind of a Reputation moment part 2, which I don't think is true. I think on my side of the internet it is, but like it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
I think there's many millions and thousands of people that love this album and like.
Yeah. I mean, regardless of what anyone thinks, it's still going to be number 1.
Yeah.
It's Taylor.
It dethroned K-pop Demon Hunters.
Don't even know what that is.
What?
Am I okay? Like, I don't know. Am I officially old?
Netflix is like this cartoon movie about these.
Oh, I have heard of this.
These pop girls.
Yeah, I have heard of it, but I have not watched it yet.
It's fun. It's a good
time. Okay, well, all that to say, she could have done more, but expectations are the death of relationships.
Standards.
So standards or expectations?
Yeah.
So I think it's still a fun album.
I agree.
And I have a lot of fun listening to it.
And I think that I'm going to give it a little bit of time, let the initial sting wear off, and then I'm going to get back into it.
This is going to be an album, though, where most of them are going to be singles on the radio.
Yeah.
Not that
I mean, they're all ready for it. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they do. Do you listen to the radio? Comment below.
Good. You're born for this.
Let us know.
The last thing I have to say is, because we already talked about her looking the best she's ever looked, she did get a little too much cheek filler for that Graham. What's this guy's name?
Graham Norton.
For his show.
I saw this lady on TikTok who does those things, like does Botox and stuff. She's like, I don't think this is all filler. I think this might have just been like a rushed tox job. Like maybe they went a little too low under the crow's feet. Like she's like giving all these things, and she's like, I hate it for her. My whole thing is like, even if this is something that happens, because she looked a little similar on that red carpet where she wore that yellow and black like tartan corset top.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking
about? The VMA.
Yeah, her face like kind of had the same look. And my thing is like, why doesn't her team say like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but your album's coming out on October 3rd, so we should do these things September 15th.
Yes, exactly. I only pay $300 for Botox, and even I know that.
Exactly. Right? It's like, let's think about it a little bit.
But not trying to diss any woman's looks, but she also looked very tired in the sense of like she was doing so many interviews in one day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. That's the life of a showgirl, babe.
It's the life of a showgirl, and I could never.
I'm not built for it.
I'm not. I'm in bed by 8:30.
I think I could be, but
you kind of are, actually.
I kind of am.
You're always doing something cool and new and somewhere different.
I appreciate that. It doesn't feel like it all the time. Whenever I start my podcast, I'll just like.
What are you gonna do a podcast on?
Yours.
Just call it The Life of a Showboy.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be opinions about things that don't matter that no one asked for.
You should do a podcast. You'd be great at podcasting.
All right. Maybe
all right.
Is that like the step 1, just saying all right when people say things?
Yeah, all right. Yeah. And I'll be your first guest.
Meta.
We haven't spoken since. Let's just be real. We're not going to speak until the next album releases,
But I was thinking about that as I was walking up the driveway. I was like, what if I just hung out with you and Michael?
It would be so fun.
Yeah. Got to know the kids.
The way that Michael is so unbothered by our past.
Oh, yeah.
Is iconic.
Yeah, it's the best.
Like I told him I was like, Wednesday, we might do Wednesday night because this is before we got it all figured out. And I was like, I'm probably just going to go to his house and you can watch the kids. He's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, he doesn't care. God bless the broken road, am I right?
That led me straight to that man. Truly.
Shout out to Michael.
Okay. Any other final comments?
If there's anybody out there who wants to reimagine this album with me and like has all the tools to make it to like come up with those audios and those visuals, just as like a imagine if, let me know.
And if anyone's listening to this and thinking that I changed my stance on how I feel about this album because of this man, you weren't listening.
That's right.
I'm just having a healthy debate, which is something our country can't do anymore. So we are going to represent here. And I will say, great points, Taylor. And I agree with a lot of them.
But you're still
I still love the album.
Yeah. You're still getting that Showgirl tattoo.
All right, listeners. I don't know when I'll be back next, if I'm being honest. My mom's still in Europe, so I don't have a babysitter. We'll see. We'll see when I'm back. It's getting dark.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. Yeah.
Fine.
It'll be great.
Love you guys.
Thanks for having me.
Love you, Tay-Tay.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Heart and Soul. If this episode encouraged you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Talk to you next week.